Zachary Richner, congratulations on being one of our rising stars. What does it mean to you to be 40 under 40?
It's quite an honor, to be here and meeting so many other young rising stars, but I really couldn't have done it without the team that we have working all throughout the state on the New York Rising program, from Long Island, New York City, and then of course the upstate region. The time that they put in and commitment to this program is truly amazing, and I thank them for all their work as well.
And to be a director of a New York Rising program, something such an important initiative for our state, and to be so young, I mean, how did you find your way into this position of such great consequence?
So it all started a couple years ago. I took a job at the White House working for then Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel. And it was at that point that I realized I could go to work every day, work with a bunch of committed people who woke up every day trying to make a difference to those that were less fortunate, and decided that that's what I wanted to commit the rest of my career towards. So from there, I went out to Ohio, worked on the president's re-election campaign, and then unfortunately, Hurricane Sandy happened and really devastated the community where I grew up on the South Shore of Nassau County. So wanted to give back to my neighbors and my family, took a job working for President Obama's Hurricane Sandy Rebuilding Task Force, and met a lot of great people, really enjoyed the work and saw all of the good that could happen from the appropriation that Congress had given to the Sandy affected region. And we did a lot of good work, but by the time that task force sunset, there was still more work to be done. Developed a great relationship with my bosses with the task force, Jamie Rubin and Betsy Mallow, who went over to the state. And when they asked me to take on this role, there really wasn't a second thought. So it was just a really great opportunity to continue giving back to the community where I grew up.
You know, there oftentimes seems like in these recovery efforts that there is a loss of momentum, that, you know, after everyone's so focused on the initial shock of a natural disaster, that interest in addressing recovery dissipates. How is it that you stay so focused on the recovery effort every day?
Well, I think that that's what makes this program so special, is the governor's vision, not just to build back to what was, but to build to address future storms and make sure that communities are more resilient. So we're really looking forward, and that's what the New York Rising Community Reconstruction program is all about. It's how can individuals in their communities take it upon themselves to decide their own future and build more resilient places to live and work. So the governor has committed $650 million to our program, 124 communities throughout New York State, not just Sandy, but also Irene and Lee. And right now we're moving into implementation in 102 of those communities. So we're gonna start building these projects, building the bulkheads, the sand dunes, installing the generators that will help ensure that storms, when they do hit, because unfortunately they will still exist in the future, but the effects won't be as severe.
And Zachary, for someone, a young person who is thinking about getting involved in politics or government, what advice would you offer them?
Jump on a campaign. The more local, the better. And don't be a prima donna. Just do anything you're asked for. Get your hands dirty, and just be hungry to learn as much as possible.
Zachary Richner, congratulations on being one of our 40 under 40.
Thank you so much.